Summer arrives, and what's the first thing you reach for at a picnic? A big, juicy slice of watermelon. It's the quintessential warm weather treat. Cold, sweet, and incredibly hydrating. We think of it as pure health in a rind. It's packed with water, vitamins like C and A, and the powerful antioxidant lycopene. We tell our kids to eat up. We feel good about choosing it over a slice of cake. But I'm here to ask a question that might surprise you. Can something so wonderful ever be bad for you? Is it possible to have too much of a good thing? The answer, which might shock you, is a resounding yes. Your body is an incredible machine, but it's all about balance. One of the most common, yet often overlooked side effects of eating too much watermelon is digestive trouble. You might think that because it's mostly water, it would be easy on your stomach. But the opposite can be true. Have you ever eaten a lot of watermelon and then felt bloated, gassy, or had to rush to the bathroom? This isn't a coincidence. This is your digestive system sending you a clear signal that it's overwhelmed. It comes down to two main things: water content and a type of sugar called fructose. Imagine your small intestine is like a sponge. Normally, when you eat a slice or two of watermelon, the sponge has no problem absorbing the fructose. But what happens when you eat half a watermelon? When fructose passes into the large intestine undigested, the bacteria there begin to ferment it, producing gas and causing that uncomfortable bloating. The result? A perfect storm for bloating, cramps, and diarrhea. Here's a side effect that might truly surprise you because it involves a nutrient we are always told to get more of: potassium. Watermelon is a fantastic source of this essential mineral. Potassium is crucial for your body. It helps regulate fluid balance, nerve signals, and muscle contractions. Most importantly, it plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy heartbeat and blood pressure. But, as with everything in the body, it's all about balance. Too little potassium is bad, but too much potassium can be even more dangerous. This condition is called hyperkalemia, and it's a serious medical issue. When you eat an excessive amount of watermelon every single day, you can flood your system with more potassium than your kidneys can handle. Think of your kidneys as security guards at a nightclub. They are supposed to let a certain number of people, or potassium ions, in and out to keep the club from getting dangerously crowded. A few extra people, no problem. But if a massive, overwhelming crowd suddenly tries to rush the door all at once, the guards can't control the situation. We love watermelon for its natural sweetness. That sweetness comes from sugar, and while it's natural sugar, your body still processes it. One of the most significant concerns with eating too much watermelon is its potential to spike your blood sugar levels. Watermelon has what we call a high glycemic index, or GI. The glycemic index is a scale from 0 to 100 that measures how quickly a food containing carbohydrates raises your blood glucose levels. Imagine your bloodstream is a calm river. Eating a small, controlled portion of watermelon is like a few pebbles gently tossed in, just a few ripples. But eating a huge amount of watermelon is like dumping a truckload of sand into that river all at once. Your body's dam system, your pancreas, has to go into emergency mode, opening the floodgates and releasing lots of insulin to bring the water level back down. This blood sugar spike is a major concern for people with diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, or those with insulin resistance or prediabetes. For these individuals, their bodies either don't produce enough insulin or their cells don't respond to it properly. When you think of food allergies, your mind probably jumps to peanuts, shellfish, or dairy. You likely don't think about watermelon. While it is certainly not one of the most common allergens, a watermelon allergy is very real, and for those who have it, the consequences can be serious. An allergic reaction happens when your immune system mistakenly identifies a protein in a food as a harmful invader. In response, it launches an attack, releasing chemicals like histamine. Symptoms of a watermelon allergy can appear very quickly after eating the fruit. They might start with itching or tingling in the mouth. This can progress to hives, which are red, itchy welts on the skin. In the most severe cases, a watermelon allergy can trigger anaphylaxis. This is a rapid, severe, and potentially fatal whole-body allergic reaction. Anaphylaxis requires immediate medical attention and an injection of epinephrine. One interesting thing to know is the connection to pollen allergies. This is called oral allergy syndrome, or OAS. If you're allergic to certain types of pollen like ragweed pollen, your body might get confused. The proteins in watermelon are structurally similar to the proteins in ragweed pollen. This is a side effect that many people would never think to connect to a fruit. Could your favorite summer snack be the hidden cause of your throbbing headaches? For some individuals, the answer is yes. Watermelon contains an amino acid called tyramine. Tyramine is naturally present in many foods, including aged cheeses, cured meats, and some fruits and vegetables. Imagine the blood vessels in your head are like flexible garden hoses. Normally, water flows through them smoothly. When you consume tyramine and you're sensitive to it, it's like someone suddenly pinching the hose, constriction, and then letting go abruptly, dilation. This violent change in pressure and flow can be enough to trigger the intense, throbbing pain of a migraine. It's not just the pain, it can also bring on other classic migraine symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and extreme sensitivity to light and sound. If you suffer from migraines and haven't pinpointed all your triggers, this is something to consider. Try keeping a food and headache diary. Note when you eat watermelon and other tyramine-rich foods, and when your headaches occur. You might start to see a pattern emerge. Here's perhaps the most bizarre and visually shocking side effect of eating too much watermelon. Have you ever heard of someone's skin turning a yellowish-orange color? This condition is real, and it's called Lycopenemia. It happens from consuming an excessive amount of lycopene, the very antioxidant that makes watermelon so healthy. Lycopene is a carotenoid, which is a natural pigment found in many red and pink fruits and vegetables. Think of it like dyeing a white t-shirt. A little bit of red dye and a lot of water won't change the shirt's color. But if you keep adding more and more concentrated red dye, lycopene, to the water, the shirt will eventually absorb the pigment and turn pink or red. Your skin is the t-shirt in this scenario. When you consume massive quantities of lycopene, the excess pigment gets deposited in the outer layer of your skin, called the stratum corneum. This buildup of orange-red pigment starts to show through, giving your skin a distinct yellowish-orange tint. The good news is that lycopenemia is a harmless and reversible condition. It might be alarming to look at, but it doesn't cause any actual damage to your health. The treatment is simple. You just need to significantly reduce your intake of lycopene-rich foods like watermelon. Over a period of several weeks or months, the orange tint will gradually fade away. After learning about all these potential side effects, the big question on your mind is likely, how much watermelon is safe to eat? For most healthy adults with no underlying conditions, a reasonable and safe serving size is about 1 to 2 cups of diced watermelon per day. This is roughly equivalent to 1 standard-sized wedge. The concept of too much really depends on your individual health profile. For a healthy, active person with excellent kidney function, eating 3 or 4 cups of watermelon one day might not cause any issues. However, if you have prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, even 2 cups might be enough to cause an undesirable blood sugar spike. If you have a known health condition like IBS, kidney disease, or diabetes, it is absolutely essential to speak with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can give you personalized advice based on your specific needs. Ultimately, the key is mindfulness. Pay attention to how you feel after you eat. If you feel bloated, gassy, or sluggish after eating a large bowl of watermelon, that's your body telling you to cut back. The story of watermelon is really a lesson about a much bigger concept: the importance of a balanced and varied diet. No single food, no matter how healthy or super, can provide all the nutrients your body needs. Your goal should be to eat a rainbow. Instead of having 3 cups of watermelon for a snack, have 1 cup of watermelon, a handful of blueberries, and a few slices of apple. Now you're getting lycopene from the watermelon, anthocyanins from the blueberries, and quercetin from the apple. Drink plenty of water, the regular kind, get regular exercise, and prioritize sleep. These are the foundational pillars of a long, healthy, and vibrant life. So enjoy your watermelon this summer. Savor its sweetness and its refreshing power, but don't let it crowd out all the other wonderful, healthy foods that are available. Your health is your greatest asset. Take care of it by feeding your body the diverse, balanced nourishment it truly craves.